tip off the new year with a Rock'em Sock'em River Valley Sports Report. I'm Leland Barclay, and it's my privilege to host the River Valley Sports Report and highlight our area's sports, schools, and athletes. After a few weeks off, we find ourselves smack dab in the middle of the high school basketball season. Conference play has heated up, and no one is hotter right now than the Northside Lady Bears, who have started 6A West play with a perfect 4-0 record. Harold McIlvain covered Tuesday's 52-46 win over Rogers. Northside led just 20-17 after a quarter, but used a 13-0 scoring run to take a 33-18 lead that propelled the Lady Bears to a 36-21 halftime cushion. The Grizzlies were also victorious on Tuesday, beating Rogers 60-49 for their second straight conference win. Northside scored 23 points in the second quarter to take a 35-19 lead at the half. The 5A West will be rivalry night every Tuesday for 6 Tuesday nights during conference play. The first one of those was on Tuesday night when Van Buren held its Sock It To 'Em donation drive. At the first timeout of the girls' and boys' games against Greenwood, fans threw pairs of socks onto the court. For the two games, over 400 pairs were tossed from the stands that will be donated to the Salvation Army. Greenwood cruised to a 60-28 win over Van Buren in the girls' game. The Lady Bulldogs scored 24 points in the third quarter and forced 11 turnovers in the quarter to put the game away and apply the Arkansas Activities Association sportsmanship rule. Anna Trusty led Greenwood with 16 points. Maddie Cartwright added 14, and Izzy Smith 10. Greenwood head coach Clay Reeves had this to say after the win.
Pretty well. They play hard, rebound. We had a little slow start, but we were playing hard, playing defense, rebounding. We, just wasn't scoring, weren't shooting, playing at a little slower pace. So we've got to speed that up. But, we weren't turning it over, and the effort was there, but those things will continue to get better. We practice against everything every day, and every game shows us something to go back to work on a little bit.
Seemed like your defense started to make a difference in the third quarter especially.
They play hard on defense, but as I tell them, we can depend on our defense. It's always there. Some nights you're not going to get steals, so then you got to take care of things in the half court on offense. And that's probably where we need to improve a little bit more. Is we're not turning it over half court, but sometimes we take a little longer to get a good shot than I think we should. I think we can get a shot a little bit quicker.
In the boys' game, Van Buren cruised to a 68-31 win over the Bulldogs, also applying the mercy rule. Van Buren had runs of 10-0 and 12-0 in the first quarter, 9-0 in the second quarter, 11-0 and 15-0 in the third quarter. Glavin McDonald scored 19 points, Drew Braswell added 15, and Connor Myers 13 for Van Buren. We talked with Van Buren head coach Brad Autry after the game, and on the heels of an opening conference loss at Greenbrier on Friday. We also talked to Connor Myers, who hit the three-pointer to end the first quarter for a 22-8 lead. First one on the road last week.
Thanks for reminding me, Leland. I appreciate you opening up with that. That's awesome. Thank you. Just what you want to hear after a big win.
How important was it to get off to a good start?
I thought it was absolutely critical, and our guys, they knew it was a big game. I told them it was a big game. They knew it was all the things that go into it, and for us to show up like we did early with energy and fight and togetherness and mixing a little made shots, and it makes for a really nice evening.
12 three-pointers on the night. It seemed like everybody was kind of feeling it tonight.
Well, I don't know if it's feeling it as much as we had great energy, and I believe that energy feeds into making shots. I think we're capable of making 10 to 15 threes a night. I mean that sincerely. We have good shooters. When we have an intent and a focus and we play inside out, we can do that a lot. And so I'm really proud that not only did we make shots, we got good shots. We got we shots. Not me shots, we shots.
They made a run at you to end the first half, but you answered with 26 points in the third quarter.
I didn't know how many it was, but I just told them in the locker room, for it to turn on us like it did late in the second quarter, and for them to respond like they did to start the third quarter, huge in terms of their heart, in terms of their minds. We have to get closer together. We have to tighten the circle and see what we can be through the rest of the season.
Oh, it's huge. That's a rival game. That's on the same line as Alma and us, but we learned from Greenbrier big time. After we blew it in the second half, we came out here and answered back in the third quarter.
Tell me about the excitement just throughout, but especially the first quarter from your team tonight.
I mean, every game since last year, we come out hitting threes like that. If we just keep it going, this just brings energy, and then we get stops on the defensive end. It just creates more energy for the offense.
How nice was it to cap that first quarter with that three-pointer that you hit?
Come on, I felt great. I mean, if we're going to be honest, but I couldn't get over without Drew bringing the ball down to the thing.
And then like I asked your coach, they made a run at you in the second quarter. How'd you respond in the third quarter?
We wanted to get a stop. We want to get a couple stops in a row because we get that stop, we can kind of shut them down mentally, think they can't handle us anymore.
The Southside Mavericks played 3 games in the 6A West last week and finished the week with a 38-37 win over Rogers Heritage. We talked to Southside head coach Stuart Adams and Levi Steele after their win.
When the game got postponed on the 22nd of December, we started looking at this week and what it'd be like. And, 2 tough teams we played in Springdale and Bentonville this week. And Rogers Heritage, they battled us hard tonight, so it's good to get a win and certainly in a tough week out on the win.
It seemed like there were a couple of times there, second half, especially fourth quarter, where maybe you would have liked to have extended the lead a little bit, didn't get a shot to fall, or maybe a turnover, and it ended up being a close one.
We had some times there, first quarter and the fourth quarter, in key moments where we turned the ball over a little bit, and then we got the ball where we wanted to, and we missed some shots, but we executed what we wanted to, and luckily we were coming. Or not luckily, but fortunately, we bowed our neck down on the defensive end a little bit, and we're able to, a bad possession on offense that didn't end in a score, we were able to keep them down on the other end as well. So I thought defensively tonight, Coach Moore put out a good game plan, and it was really the game was won there.
Well, like you said, you made a couple of plays late and was able to hang on for the win.
Yeah, we had. We actually got a couple of steals there midway through the fourth quarter. We were able to convert into layups, and I think we got to the free throw line there late. Taforo got to the free throw line, and we found John Parkson in there for a big shot. And when the final's 38-37, every basket, every possession means everything. It's one shot. 2 minutes left in the game might be the difference, so that's kind of the way it came out tonight.
We lost a couple of conference games pretty big, so coming out here we knew we had to get this game taken care of and win this game, so it felt pretty good winning this one, and we look forward to playing Northside next week, and we want to take care of that game as well.
Tonight, you guys had a couple of chances that fourth quarter to kind of extend the lead, but missed a shot or two, and they came back. How were you guys able to hang on there at the end?
Well, we talked a lot about adversity this year, so we knew they may have scored and it came back, but at the end of the day, we want to win, so we gotta get it taken care of to get ahead and win the game.
Southside had an open date in the conference on Tuesday, but now travels to Northside on Friday to play in the first Battle of Rogers Avenue in the new Northside Arena. Gimme 5. These are the top 5 performances of the past week in the River Valley. Number 1, we start with the River Valley Player of the Week, Northside's Karis Washington, who led the Lady Bears to 3 wins last week in their return to the 6A West Conference after 6 years in the 6A Central. Washington scored 18 points in a win over Springdale Harbor, 24 points in a win over Bentonville West, and 21 points in a win over Fayetteville last week. For good measure, Washington added 17 points and 13 rebounds in the 52-46 win over Rogers on Tuesday night. As head coach Ricky Smith told Harold McIlvain after the game on Tuesday night, she is a double-double waiting to happen. Number 2, the Twin Towers of senior Maddie Cartwright and junior Anna Trusty continue to lead the Greenwood Lady Bulldogs, the top-ranked team in Class 5A. Last February, Cartwright joined the 1,000-point club in her career, and 2 weeks ago in the Pink and White Lady Classic in Springfield, Missouri, Trusty also reached the 1,000-point plateau. Number 3, the Lamar Lady Warriors improved to 5-0 in the 3A5 conference with a 63-15 win over Maumelle Charter on Tuesday and have not lost to an Arkansas school this season. They're 14-2 overall with the losses to Jones, Oklahoma and Sapulpa, Oklahoma in the Tournament of Champions in early December. Number 4, the County Line Indians improved to 27-0 on Tuesday night with another stellar defensive performance in a 77-30 win over Layton. The Indians passed their biggest test to date last Friday with a 52-30 win over the new school, which came into the game with just one loss this season. Henry Apple made the long trek from Northwest Arkansas to cover that game. Number 5, Van Buren wrestler Grant King reached the 100-win mark in his career last week at the Gravette tournament and earned the MVP award of the tournament, which the Pointers won. On Tuesday, Van Buren shut out Little Rock Christian and Maumelle by a combined 167-0 in another meet. To keep up with all the basketball action that heated up with conference play, you definitely want to check out every day of the Northwest Arkansas and River Valley Democrat-Gazette, where you will get Players of the Week, rankings, scores, standings, and notes for the most comprehensive basketball coverage in the state. You'll also want to pick up the Sunday River Valley Democrat-Gazette, available all across the River Valley, including Eastern Oklahoma at Walgreens, Harps, Come and Go, and Casey's. You can subscribe online at nwaonline.com and click the subscribe button, or by calling our customer service line at 479-684-5509. Be sure to follow the River Valley Democrat-Gazette Twitter account, as well as mine, Walter Woody's, and Harold McIlvain's, because Walter will be at Northside for the big Battle of Rogers Avenue on Friday night. You can view and purchase photos from our award-winning Arkansas Democrat-Gazette photographers that can be seen and purchased on our website, nwaonline.com/photo. We're going to wrap up this week's River Valley Sports Report with videos from Van Buren on Tuesday night and photos from Northside and County Line. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more updates like this. God bless you, and we'll see you next week for more coverage of high school sports in the River Valley that you won't get.